Welcome back to another episode of Speed Ass Garage. Like you seen the title and the thumbnail, the Nissan is broken, but it ain't like all the way broken to the point where we can't repair it. Let's go over a few things that's taken place over at Speed Ass Garage in the past week or so. So I've been driving the car, kind of getting out the kinks, doing stuff like mainly with the transmission, like shift speeds at wide open throttle, torque converter lockup. I may have taken maybe 1 or 2 people for a test drive, but I really haven't been putting too many terrible miles on it. But yesterday when I drove it, I noticed that my boost was a little lower than what it was when I dynoed it. And then also after a couple of hard pulls, I noticed that I was getting a little bit of an excessive whine noise from the rear end of the car, like around the differential area. So the first things I want to address is the boost leak issue. Let me show you the data log real quick. So when I was driving yesterday, what I was trying to do is I was trying to mess with shift points at wide open throttle. So this pull here is a wide open throttle pull. And if you can see this blue line here, that represents each time it shifted the next gear. And then also if you look right here, the maroon line is my boost line. So that's this line right here. And when I click on it, it shows what my max boost was. And as you can tell, my max boost was only a little under 10 pounds. I should be running 12. So I came back to the garage, jacked the car up, and wanted to look over a few things. And I did end up finding a boost leak. I found a boost leak on the exhaust manifold on this side. So let's go ahead and take the hot side off. Let's look at up close the damage that I found. All right, let's go over where my exhaust leak is at. Actually, where my boost leak is at. All right, everybody, this is my fabricated C6 manifold that I use to run my turbo setup. And let's see if, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a separation from the outside weld to this cast material. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of got that lip, if this thing will focus. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and pull this header wrap off and just double check and kind of dig deeper. There's a certain section over here where I cannot see. So let's take that off. Took this side off and I got like a black spot kind of right at the top of that weld. I don't know if that's a leak or not, but I think I didn't preheat this in the oven long enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off all of this stuff here, set my oven up, bake that puppy in the oven. And I think what I'm gonna do is the same thing I did on my other one, which is I'm gonna try to do like a weave pattern to kind of flow that material in there and make sure I use the right filler rod. I also need to clean this up the best way I can possible. So my daggone oven decided to take a dump on me. So I'm gonna have to use a combination of this here and this MAP gas to daggone see if I can weld this back up. Man, the struggle is real this morning, man. Golly. Then a 9-volt battery, like nobody had that. This ain't some of my best work. As you can tell, it's got a bunch of daggone spots all in it from not cleaning it and some of that bad stuff coming up to the surface, but I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean this up. I'm gonna keep preheating it with some MAP gas, and then we can go ahead and wrap it back up and put it back on. I went ahead and took off the exhaust manifold on this side also. So I figured while I got the welded exhaust manifold marinating in the oven, one of the things I want to do, I did want to do a compression test. To be honest with you, since me doing my OEM rebuild in-house, be honest with you, I don't even think I even got enough miles on it for break-in. So let me go ahead and check our compression. And then also another thing I would like to do is I would like to figure out my TDC. And I got the power to the fuel pump disconnected. And then also got this piece of wood wedged in here so that my throttle body blade will be open. Started with cylinder number 2 just because it's closer. We got 180. Then switched over to the driver's side. Cylinder number 1 is 180. And so far, everything on that side is the same also at 180 PSI cylinder pressure. Uh-oh, cylinder number 5 looking a little lazy. She looking a little lazy. Let me redo that one real quick. Yup, she lazy. Daggone it. Last one was 182. It's kind of bleeding off just a smidge because I moved it, but the last cylinder's at 180. So I don't know what in the world going on with number 5, but she needs some milk. The oil's got that bronze look to it too, which I knew them cam bearings was hurt. But daggone what we're gonna do. That junk look pretty though. All right, now that we know cylinder number 5 needs some milk and that the oil had a little bit of brass material in it, man, I might as well just go ahead and attempt to see if we can find TDC and see how far off our timing is off. If it is off, it's going to involve some tape, measuring tape, painter's tape, and a little piece of welding rod to be like my little indicator mark. So let me see if I can make something work. I took a piece of my 1/16 stainless wire and I used the one of the 10mm head bolts on the front timing cover, and I bent it real close to the harmonic balancer. So now I need to find TDC, and I'm gonna use a piece of stainless wire as well, turn the crank on the compression stroke until that piston stops. Probably be using something a little softer than this, but I'm just turning this crank slightly until, matter of fact, let me get some leverage on this ratchet. I made my mark on the harmonic balancer using the white Sharpie. So now I think I got to rotate it the opposite direction and make a mark. That mark is the one I trust. These marks, they're not perfect. All right, speed addicts, I'm gonna end the video there. I apologize for ending it so abruptly. Did I say that right? But yeah, after this video, man, I'm kind of hurt a little bit. We seen the material in the oil. We seen that cylinder number 5 had like medium compression. So in the future, we're gonna tear this thing apart. I'm not gonna run it too much longer. Obviously we got a serious issue. I need to address it. I want to address it. I want to dig in, find out what's wrong with it, learn from my mistakes if any were made. But I ain't worried about it. You know why? Let me show you why. Wow, you remember this? Yeah, this is the motor that I used to mock up or fabricate my turbo kit. So yeah, what we're gonna end up doing, we're gonna do what I've been always wanting to do. We're gonna build a 6.0. We're gonna put forged internals in the bottom end. We may do a little bit of extra stuff to the top end as far as like porting and like trunnion kit, a few little necessities, do a upgraded oil pump. But that's right, we're gonna build a 6.0 turbo in a 240. So, and yeah, great white. Hey, we about to start to tear down on this soon, somewhere around Christmas time, but we will be revealing what we're putting into this car before we start on it. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We'll check you later.